I say contributed to some factor a lack of education. I say a man ye woman a bedroom maybe no obi amfa ho bio. Government is not concerned about educating the citizens about HIV. Say nye enne and a Ghana AIDS Commission any the Her Excellency the First Lady ADJOA educating Nipa. That na as a country we educating our citizens. We don't hear anything on radio, we don't hear anything on TV, we don't hear anything in the community. And the citizens, they don't know what is happening. And they will go around and at the end of the day, they will be infected. I think Bakuswa Esan contributed to Sigeya Akwa Esrofa is a lack of condom in the community. And maybe a chemunu, you were free condoms are buying edema who call some programs are made the amount. Then who call having sex now they are buying. And because they don't do the education, they don't also give the condoms again. And the amount obi having sex he go around and do it without protection.
SOMPA
FM. And the last one economical factor. So nyama mo yedi, America cry tremui, sika ho yedi, biani ho yedi. And young people because Usha age now 15 to 49 years. Those are the very active ones. And this kakra is going to exchange money for sex. Kakra is going to exchange food for money without thinking the consequences. When ama sigesinu akosro and the abine soaring them not on the ejuma the onye bibi fanyama we education embra. We want to hear more education on TV and on radio and in the community. Now condoms, they should make it more available. Because without it, the people are having sex and we don't have any protective measure nearby anyway. Now, lastly, the citizens should also try to reduce the stigma. Because Obi, me and many who can say, may you suffer, but you are HIV for 25 years. Now, say, Obi stigmatized you. Nearby, one dream man say, tell no onyebi. And I mean, my yana or yamisa, and the miss will acquire me fast on Subenya Bino, on a mefaso. Now, I call you Boniamaye. And people should also stop the stigma. Sinebeya, your loved ones, and then Yagusuka say, husband is HIV, but the wife don't know, and they are living together in a room. Wife is HIV, husband do not know, and they are together living. The virus will continue to spread. I think now says stigma no super formula on the member ADJOA we can overcome it.
Now Reverend now wo can be efa de ubo ho minimum shekura no emre bi etwemu na ye won krofobia ya said da afa wo mo se HIV ambassadors ya na bra no wo ho no mo a wote wo mo nka TV so radio so social media ba ye ahyase no na ejinamu kakra wojiri se dien na ma asesesi ana mo ankasa ambassadors ne kura no adwuma ne yente mo nka biem enye se wei wo mo di data ya beto abonten ena ehun komodidie besan sori a yente mo nka enti mo so na dien na mo contribute e wo de ubo no kwan no so wo saa enkomo yi mu.
Yes, the ambassadors no enye boni ye di subo ni nyina beto government bubuano government fi oniska to continue that pro TV program and the radio program. Number 2, Ghana AIDS Commission ankasa see according way media hold be no mukaye say baby ayaye campaign agro no we assume say Ghana for ni na HIV ase, so there's no need to continue that education. This is by Ghana AIDS Commission, they themselves. NSC, how could you as a country say all your citizens ni na HIV ase? And there's no need to ever continue the education. Yanja education and a cover way aba. And Subuano, you to government, Bubuano, and number 1 because government so this Ghana AIDS Commission CC, the people by now have all of them here. So these two institutions, Ghana AIDS Commission and the government, they are the cause of the problem. And in 10 terms, they should revise their notes. Now, Omuma people should go back on radio, on TV to start educating the citizens. And yes, Anna, the problem will still be there. And you know, so Ghana AIDS Commission, see, they assume by now everybody have heard about HIV, so there's no need to continue the campaign. And I cover problem we need now.
Na yare ho se be a commission no ebe azumisa because utie Ghana for no a ye ne wo mudi nkomo no ansa na ye be frɔ no a ase dodo no ye ne wo kasa no wo magene ye wo se sebe enam nku ase wo ba ne be ma ehia ya ye mo ye ho ban no eno nku amu ne ye betimi enya saa yade no afiri enti ekame akwese other factors ne de wo ma ignore wo susu se be a sexual interactions no eno na wosoro bro de aka no so eno ti no wo manfo dwene saa ana se wo ma dwene nyanko other reasons na so.
Yes, other reasons no so contributing, but as a matter of frank no the sexual part no for me the greatest. We share sex in for me 80% of all HIV infections in Ghana. Sex form 80%. And I have another 15% are from mother to child. And then we share data now. Almost like I said, over 1,000 of Ghanaian children.
Yeah, because 15 years there, too age, you know, too early.
So those 15,000 and plus children are on my yano. Only your friend mother to child. And your mamia own our family saying our co-hospital. Our one woman and no diama colano. And you know, the Kwanya ways to capture our mothers, our pregnant mothers say, Muko hospital, avail yourself for HIV tests. Because Shishema who said most mothers are also affecting the children. And the mothers should know their status. Na yema omu etro, se ne be ya omu fa yare no emma abofra kitwano. That is so sex form 80%, mother to child form 15%. You see, I got some small 5%. That 5% you know, from sharp objects, any infected blood. And you know, no nurse for so ebo mo modern doctor for se ne be ya do and konyam free mojemu. But the majority says, and that nothing can take it away. The citizens, more people are having sex today than yesterday. And then we share data now. A lot of our youth are engaging in sex. And some because of money, some because of food, and you know, some because there is no job. And our government should make available more jobs. If the people are working and they have money, they will reduce the sex for money. And our pregnant mothers should also be tested. Obi owa oba osi mi kobisa mi kunu ansa. Mi ohonu so fa ye mama no mu ko hospital. Way is about the baby, not about your husband. Because kunu the oba catch you say don't do it. Don't do it. And don't do it, you know. At the end of the day, then you infect the child. Is that what you want? No. So our mothers should agree that when they go to the hospital, don't say I'm going to ask my husband. It's about the life of you and baby. And then we can reduce new infection. And so more here in here and any sex no for me majority. I know every mother to child so not to child so and I can cancel every blood any contaminated object. Or once we ensure now obi blade or use obi nyama ebecha obi ebecha onu ewo wa don't use it, use your own blade na yini na so encha.
Okay, Reverend enkomo no de dodo no na we akire but enwumre no mayemfa unsi ha akire ye beba na ya domo asukwa ne ehunu se de ye befa no afiri nhihye ya ebi aban no so betimi ede egu akwamu ebeboa ma yade no eso etimi atenso enwumre ye bede wase ene wo bre ne wadaje. For Reverend John Ezuma or ye Heart to Heart AIDS Ambassador ena yene no edi enkomo ewo honom na bibia etumi akonka na chese wo hwe nkomodie no ma fododo no akra no wo ma dwene enyanko other factors no so ase namu no nko ana wo mo adwene ewo wo ho na ye beto nkomodie no so na yakọ Ghana AIDS Commission for wo mo so akache na panyin a wɔhyɛ kyerɛ sɛ kwankyerɛfo ɛma Ghana AIDS Commission Dr. Prosper Kamasel Akambon ɛwɔ ahoma no so na yɛne no ato nkɔmmɔ no so ɛdi afiri hɔ. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
We are grateful for your time. We understand you are not really familiar with the local dialect. Yes. Can you please blend the language with the Twi and the English for us?
I will try my best.
Okay. This is a report we've gotten from Ghana AIDS Commission concerning new infections are recorded. And it seems that the numbers are really rising compared to the previous years that we've accounted. What do you think has accounted for the rise in these cases?
Yesterday, the Ghana AIDS Commission launched 2024 national statistics, sub-national statistics. National statistics, they are now called across the whole of Ghana.
Okay.
Sub-national statistics, they are now called in each of the regions, on districts, and even the communities. So, in our estimates, we realized that 15,820 new infections were recorded. And they are welcome because I don't know the figures in Twi.
Okay.
And what is basically driving the new infection is you see the information and prevention awareness message, I'll call from too much. So nipa bebre and fire to say serious. So people are taking very risky life behaviors. And no nama we no new infections now about. Secondly, who are now called sub-national statistics no. When who said new infection bring young and adolescent girls and young people. Now who sub-national statistics no areas no na omo calamity plenty activities there. Extraction industry. All the infections now cause because say around those places, before message, use of drugs account. So with all the use of drugs and all those people are not able to take very responsible steps.
Okay. Essential now we can remote areas no. You've made us understand most of the areas that recorded higher cases last year na those areas are education anyhow. But we are in Accra and we have access to almost everything that we are supposed to get ebema yehunu HIV no the SSA ne the NSSA and so we share regional statistics na beto montina enkran hane momu no a ye want access to education no ahakra na cases ne do so wa ha. What is the issue?
So you also realize that wherever there are commercial activities, that's where the infections are increasing. Now say Accra one the highest commercial activities across the whole of Ghana.
Sure.
Even Accra sub-national statistics now almost places like Tema, ne Accra central area no what infections no. So where there is a lot of commercial activity and people aggregate, people trade and all sorts of things, and no nama effects now cause through. Now even if you go to the remote areas, and the areas where people aggregate to do work, to say a mining area where there's a collection of people who go to do the mining, then new markets are created, and then commercial services begin, and Sanama. Even who got Accra, there are some areas of Accra with very low new infections rate, but other areas where the commercial activities are very high, then you get the new infections there.
Okay. Doc mpacho emisa o voice ne wo form kakra nti wadaroma ya na wapeje mu kakra dia mame. We just had a conversation with one of ACE ambassadors no, Reverend John Ezuma, and he made us understand say edru mrebi no ACE Commission mo ye madwene ana na ye mo se o sesi ade Ghana fo ahunu yade no yade no aye exposed obi anim de esase wo ye ne ne ensase wo ye nti no mo te dae. Do you think say eno so ka ho bi and ama cases no ekosoro saa no?
Yes, as I initially said, the awareness has gone down. But it's policy driven activities. Who say the new policy factors here to focus on the key populations. Now, it's got key populations. Yes, commercial sex workers, the LGBT community, and other vulnerable communities. That was where the drive was towards those key populations, and particularly there was no much attention on general populations. And the reason why we focused on key populations was that the infections were very high in key populations, and we felt that we should bring the education and prevention methods to the key populations. That is where the focus was. But in doing so, there was no much focus on the general population. That's not my general population infections. So the new strategy going forward is to put more emphasis on the general population as well. Just as the infections in the key populations are going down, we want to put more emphasis on the general population. Awareness and prevention methods are very important. People taking responsible sexual behaviors are very important. People also knowing where to go for sex education and how to prevent the disease is also very important. And most importantly, if I say I'm focusing on self-testing, say what matter test kit now for fear at your own leisure, and then you can guide yourself as to how to behave after. If your test is negative, then take measures to protect yourself. If it's positive, you take steps to start treatment so that you can live long. Yeah.
Testing ya woka ho asemi atwema adwene esi bibi so. Do you think say apomudin adwumayefo ni bi enso e wo role a wo mbe play we mu? I'm saying this because I think about 3-4 years ago I went to a health facility say me kwa koye HIV test just to be sure of my status, not because of any other reason, but to be sure say me okay. When I entered the facility and I met nurses for ni bi omo dem ho, and I told them, so I'm here for a test, and they offered me a seat. One of them, the lady was just staring at me with some suspicious eye. I say, sister, sister, no, so I mean, you know, and you obiana obetime gina sadie no, people feel shy, and you already nipa no aba ho na wo ye we no. Don't you think say and no kra na e be scare one more way say next time no kra once am kwato kwa testing bia biom sa.
You are quite right. This is part of what we call the stigma and discrimination, and the stigma issue is very important. And the stigma issue is one of the championing issues that Ghana AIDS Commission has taken up recently. We want people to destigmatize the whole HIV disease. They are normal. They live longer. They can do anything once they are on their medication. They can live as long as they want to live. They can do everything. They are just normal human beings. But the stigma issue, like your own case that you said about, you understand? And then sometimes the stigma starts from the health institutions. And we are trying to educate as many people as possible. So that nowadays, when you go to test at the health institution, it is only trained counselors who will do it for you. That is how we want to reduce the stigma issue with respect to HIV. But it's important to ask for the self-test, because it gives you confidence, it gives you your ability to take control of your life, it gives you opportunity to plan for whatever it is after the result, to take good care of yourself. And knowing earlier means you can live longer.
Okay. Doc, we understand say AIDS Commission enye den amu challenges ahuduo bi baby aban elake eni ade edien na wosusu say esesa aban no ya as a commission no whatever resources amuhia no so monsa beka na adwuma esesa mo ye no so moten mo hono maye.
So when we say the national HIV response, it can be brain na resource na the adwuma no the global fund ne UN agents omo na mai sika na government so a counterpart funding for the national response. As you say, US for no my sika. So there's a whole reduction in the global fund. So we are going to be challenged with resources to be able to mount the national response. Unfortunately, government almost say they will stand in to support all our national responses by providing the appropriate counterpart funding. And then the government was discussing on the levels of funding, so that appropriately all the funding gaps can be taken care of. Yes, we are facing challenges, but mainly the funding challenges, and as well, government is stepping in to make the appropriate interventions to cover for the funding gap.
Okay. Doc, yɛde wo esi no afutuo bɛn na wode bɛma Ghana for ɛfa nkɔmɔ a yɛdi ho.
So early testing, beware that HIV/AIDS is not out of the picture. You know, say Ghana now anytime a disease starts, we all get excited about it. Once we get it under control, it's like, oh, and it has gone. It is there, and if we don't consider that it is there and take responsible sexual behaviors, we are going to get more new infections. Secondly, I'm asking that Ghanaians should take self-testing as a way of knowing your status and preventing yourself from getting infection. And if you are infected, it gives the opportunity for medication. Then medications we have are very effective. They make you live healthy, you live longer. You can live your God-given years with them. So let us also learn that we should stop the stigma issue. The stigma issue starts from the community, and it becomes so perverse that the person who is suffering from the disease suffers an internal stigmatization, which makes the person unable to go out for treatment. That is very dangerous. So stigma, let us understand that it's part of our disease profile, and people can live with it. Yes, like people have kidney disease, people have heart disease, they have diabetes, they have hypertension. People can also live with HIV like that. That is my experience.
Doc, we are grateful for your time.
Thank you very much.
Abusuafo opanyina yene no ekodi enkomo yi eye panyina wo hye chire se Director General ewo Ghana AIDS Commission Dr. Prosper Kamasel Akambon na ne nsɛm a wode etu dwa no me bɔ ne tofa no wo chire mu ese ohawa hodo bi no mu asesi a funding no na aye asɛm edi ama commission sanse emre bi etwam no na US aban no womo ewo fotuo bi a womo tai dane ede boa o my Ghana na de ubo enso timi koso ewo HIV eni ni AIDS yade no eho sesi asa funding no kora emabiem enti amane ma hodo bi no mu akwaye osi akwan nanso Ghana fo na nkasa mu no nso wo kire se ye fa ye nkwa ehye ye nsem esan se wo nam ho no ese wo mo apom din hu hia wo entwen emu obi enkoka nche se o kone kwhwe status ansa wako bowura babia ye test bia sa ya sabia o se clinical se hekọ ni enya o test ni bi enfere ho kura se ye betwetwe wo se ye ntwetwe wo enye no hu ne hia na emom no se wo benya enkwatenten no watena se yache eno na ehia na wankasa so wahunu se de wo bekura ho afa sebe ene o manfo enkodeda rough ubeye kura no abon ho ban ena enye nnam nko an yenya HIV yade ni bi free se wan hwe ho so yokofo obi blade bi a wayi so ade bi etwa etimi ma ne ye yokofo obi di a wayi so na wonimu a eno so ebetimi ama wanya yade ni bibi me ma me bete kekekefo yi omo ye omo a omo bububu mo wre no omo ne nanam no sesi a na wiase akonanim enti wo ye niam bia no ahwe ohun ye se de be ya wo so wonkɔnkɔtete yade ni bi ewo ho no me kai wo se eye hot bite kase boy ya Leicester Company Limited a wom de ya toothpaste ene ne brush aba edwama so wom na eso yasene ene nyumaku nkae bia aka ena ye de kase bo no ebrem ye dane ye hu si marketu bi na afi kase bo no nto aso no so ye de aka hu.
Eye say ya nto aso no o de to aso a eye so very sweet and simple na ne ade to aso no nsia no abo amakakra bada so no ntino eye hot bite news ene ye de ka ho say ya kama e de ama wo no ene nti ya na wa join ye wo Facebook ne so eye SOMPA 106.5 FM akra join ye na fa comment bra na ne ade to aso no na poso bi aye pon de ama wo no say enipa bienu bi akowia aponche ewo chogu savana mantemo ya che won na pani bebe
mampanye yera jonjo mani Muhammad ya tujwa was 2024 abatwa ye to ye nipa binmu a wo mo efrimu no ehwehwemu nkoso
Sarah enwo mampanyi Mahama Kroya ede atujwa ya wo kire mu se ebeye sikasem na akoda bi entimi ntoa ne suku so de enya de sese ye boso kura wo man emu
osofo ohwe enwuma ene adansie ansem so ade nsem bi atodwa ma nipa bi adwuma so won nye adwuma benya
aso ye hwe wo man ye nyina manwode won nsem so eba amane wose eba no koma oil and gas ya Ghana banya sanso akohuo no ebeboa pa efa ne fanko emu nsemu
Ghana Cocoa Board adwumakuo no wo wotema en wo mu kire mu se wo haw makomienu bi wo hono mu adwumakuo no efa mu esese aban hye no wodi hu dwuma
ya bonwura we ya na abukari ya otoso mienu one ya dagbon hene wo se oja afahye ya afi bi e baso no afi we de no de wo mo fa hye de mo nsa
afi ya bakọ ball bomu na ya tese abrantia wo sina kan Adema the Blasters of Ghana wano akore ya no sabobo Adema asna boboko no Thomas Tepache chese kwadu ade anyantam ni komu no enye asem kuma
abusua ensem no doso afoforo bebre no aka ho na enuanom basa yasi nkonwa ye be kenkan ni nyina ede amamo adjoa asare animidin enwumre yimene
obrempon nana kwaku ampoma na menu aba
akosia agyewa kwade boati
afa yen hye nkomo na se na ye hyase ya ne ye kohyase e de afiri atifido we eye savana mantam num kro ba ko a ewo da mongo emfinfin ho no mo na kro no ye fre no chogu ho no a ye kono emrante kwa mienu wo mo ye hwe wo mo a na wo mo mfie no a eye straight ye he wo mo a wo benya mfinhia no be ye se aduonu 20 years ho do ba bia abro so na 21 kwada mabo nse kura he we anu hunyi keke wo mu nyini ye eye nkwada nketenkete join ye wo Facebook ne so eye SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra na wo ba ho pe wo se nipa mienu mema utimi so ma no de o ma kakra gu ma no ho wo ma no nyina so asemobro e na abo won no kure eye kro no ho mfaso sanse mpani se ado eso mfaso ne nwa na we wonu kwa ya no wonu ko wi adwan we mponchi mpoa na wo mu tese ukopie mu otwogu ene ne mpotam ho no a mponchi wia sa manfo wia wo mponchi ani na we na mabu no wo mpotam ho de wo asototo fa wo anu hu se mponchi bi ne nam ho na ubehu ana ese na anu anyina ne bi no tese wa chi won gu ka mu no abo won duku enti hu ma wo mtete ka num as passengers enso na ya mponchi ne abo mu duku no ebi na mrantie kwa ye na wo mu toto wo ma no hu se se ya mponchi ba akukura no wo se na chi no abo nduku no de entoma ede adwura no na ye na da be na wo ye be man so de da be na wo ya ponchi di nge na me a nge no mo chi nkrofo mienu ene wo nyoma won papa wo wie no ndo nko otwogu ahemfie ekwo kyekere won bo oduam ekwo sisi ade ya chi wan e ma mpanifo ho ebe so wo mpachi na won busa o se France ba ko e fre no na fiu Bakar ba ko de o se di obetimi aba no na no aho no so de di obetimi aba ya Yusuf ni aka ndi on fa nka ho wo mu bono wan fa nka ho en won de wo mo ekoma prosifo se ne prosifo nye na no no manfo o da mo ngoro ne bottom o se say ye mo a say Yusuf ni Bakar en ewie ampanche won potem hai na busua pani be he won yo kakra ma won papa en won de won bo adua yi mu ko se sempanifo ba ha mu se we die wo mu nya wo fa bambofo enti me ne wo ka say Yusuf en afi Bakar won akodi bambofo nsem bambofo toto wano ne wa kire bia no ye de besomatiefo
abuso ye from ponche sem ne mu ne akonsam foforo mu ana National Peace Council one more de dwuma so bi awokoforidia ne nyina da efa abato ayeto ya fimpemienu ana aduon 2024 sani abato ne mu sunsanso kokko wie kire na ni papi no a nasa adehye bi no mu preprayi a ebi nso hwere won monkwa ewo meyaye awoto anam so ama sadwumadie no ase no wato nsarefra Ghana mampanyi ye John Dramani Mahama ema ne kopiase a wono so de nsam kakra kwato dwa na eno no baba kyeresa Ghana ye firi to abanye ne ya to aba to na so nkam ye se ye nyanya hye hunu bi ya amfemfiri ya bato ya to mu efinhia na bi e bato aba bi ya no ye tate eta hunu bi se nipa bi ni mahwere won monkwa abato na kiri no emu nkenkanso ani mu ani gienti na se ani gientira so ne ade akokofo ha kase ade abrayen anam so ama enai wahye IGP sana ne kine yadan won force ya nyoyoy na won hwe se ade hye bi mu a wɔn nam abatoa yɛto yɛ afempem mmienu ne aduonu nan ɛso ɛhwere wɔn nkwa wɔ ɔman yi mu ɛne wɔn mu pirapraeɛ no saa bɔnefosɛm no ɛkɔɔ so wɔn mu ɛnam wɔn nsa soɔ no yɛde wɔn bɛgyina mmara no ama no ayɛ yie na wɔsɛ sɛ wɔte ase no wɔte akonnwa so deɛ wɔbɛn na fam deɛ na saa deɛ no ɛkɔ so mfie nan bia no ɛto atwa.
We cannot ignore that the 2024 elections process was marred by isolated acts of violence in some constituencies. Let me use this platform to unequivocally condemn these acts of violence and call for swift accountability for the perpetrators. I requested that the IGP expedite investigations into these acts of electoral violence and bring the perpetrators to justice. The Attorney General is also working on a report to be presented to Cabinet for adequate compensation to be paid to victims and relatives of those affected by the violence. Let me take this opportunity to commend the Electoral Commission, our security services, civil society organizations, political parties, and the electorate for their collective role in ensuring that Ghana's democratic credentials remain intact after the 2024 election.
I was your way, I Ghana Mampani, Yera John Dramani Mahama, and watching no. And whatever about to just say, I was in Shemumapa Etimikosu Titru, and the electoral commissioner, a quanya ballot papers in Ibu Honwaja say, Yanton printy and answer signatures, no Yama would do show. Now she won't to me a team wo, now what a cofra about 1 wounds in Sayani Adiano, and Sumusem, I was in Shemu Equi.
We must not sweep issues under the carpet. We must investigate how authentic ballot paper commission and other electoral material fall into unauthorized hands during general elections. The future we seek cannot be built on division. It requires unity of purpose, respect for diversity, and constructive engagement across party lines, religious beliefs, and ethnic identities. This administration prioritizes inclusive governance, respect for the rule of law, and a culture of listening. No nation can prosper in an atmosphere of fear, suspicion, and exclusion.
I was your turning carry a Ghana Mampani, Yera John Dramani Mahama.
Na Omampanyini Mahama wa mane nsem no anso ho no mo ne de adwumadi ahodo bebrenu a na wokodi san komo ne wieye no ene wodi nani chiemu wokofo dua ewapoe mantem no panyini de atudwa ya wo chese no stress policy no ye fa school fees ahodo a wo mo ebetua de ama wo mo kɔgye ntete suapon emu na chese wo kɔ a afia edikan no aban no ebefa saa sika no na watua de ama no officially ene wo mkopa a ehontoma na wose ade ba ko a won pese wo bete se ebi asika ana ho kire nti na obi a owo nimudi anko betimi anya ba bipa ejina daache no na sika nti no wontimi enko school enu nti no wo de san hyehye wei aba wo mo gidi pa se eyade e eba beboa amo manfo no so wo mo bre so ate kakra e wo mo se aban entimi mfa eka no nyina na so anya bi kura no afia edikan wo fa wo so de aka no behu ne kwan a befa to atoto niema na wo so watua edi afri ho Omampanyin edi ne nsem atudwa no sei ene wo kire mu.
The no-fee stress policy has been designed with deliberate inclusivity and scalability. Its key components include the no academic fees policy. Under this policy, the government will cover the academic-related fees for all first-year students admitted to public tertiary institutions. That is the cost of entry. That keeps thousands of brilliant students outside the gates of institutions like this. This is just the beginning. And today, with our student educators, parents, and development partners, I'm pleased to declare the no-fee stress policy officially launched. Let it be known across this land that from today, no Ghanaian child will be denied entry into tertiary education simply because they cannot afford the academic fees.
Enti mampanyini eno no wa mane nsem no anso honom a wo kire mu se training allowances bi wo honom so a esese aban ne hwe na wotua wo se enche saa sika ni nyina wo mu betua.
This is how to build a future where no dream is deferred and no potential is wasted. And I'm pleased to inform you that we're also working on your trainee allowances. And soon you will start receiving alerts for your trainee allowances too. This time we're structuring it in a way where you receive it monthly. And so the Accountant General's Department is going to be responsible for it. So anytime they load salaries for your fathers, your parents who are working, they will load your trainee allowances too onto your phones. In conclusion, in launching this initiative, we also fulfill our constitutional mandate under Article 38(3) of the 1992 Constitution, which enjoins the state to provide equal access to university or equivalent education to all Ghanaians.
Chese alawade ye bosu wo maimu a na nursefoɔ ne akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ no die hey no omani agye enti no wo musika no ɛna mampani kyerɛ sɛ ɛnkyɛ wo mbetue ne nyinaa ɛde ama ɔmo na dwumadie koro no ase so afa wo hwɛ homasua ensɛm so no nyamfo Haruna Idrisu no wɔ wase bi ɛna wo kyerɛ mu sɛ ɛnam ensakyerɛ foforo yi a abanti kane sika ya nanka get fund foɔ wo mo dane ɛde to student loan trust fund wo mo foto mu no ɛyɛ 70 million ɛhyehyɛ wenti wo ma pejam ɛde akɔ 150 million Ghana cedis.
Mr. President, that next year, the GET Fund will double its allocation to the student loan trust from 70 million to 150 million to support students who may want to access it further. Even at the WAEC ceremony, I will next week on your behalf, in honor of one of your campaign promises, lay the Scholarship Authority Bill before Parliament to deal with the nepotism, cronyism that was associated with the award of scholarship. And in that bill, now I acknowledge the chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Education, the Honorable Nochu, to the legacy, enduring legacy of President Mahama, there would be what we call the President's Scholarship for Scholarship, which will recognize awarding brilliant students in the country need areas.
Onyonyamfo Haruna Idrisu eye soafo a wo hye ehumasua eso.
Ye transam ne so ne de ani akyeremu ewo ensamfoforo mu ni nyina it is bound to happen. Na ye kwa osoafo ye ahwe enwuma ene adansie ensam so onyonyamfo Gilbert Agye na kache Kenneth Kennedy ne ho. Wono ene wode ato eye wono mu a ehwe edansie ene eho drawing no aifo atafo no atwotro dan plan no wo mu nyina wo mu nkabom ku no wode ato amanim ye from Architectural and Engineering Service Limited oso wo mu nkamom na wono mu ne Public Works Department ye from PWD no wo mu nkamom na se wo mayi mu ye benya efficient resource enyeme betimi akoyie paade ama o man no ere ne hia no na wode sanse mu nyina to dwa wo bra na woda board wa ekwa dasa ekoya no woda won nyina adie na board no pani a oda wano no eye opani kese Ambrosti wono eka ho bi ena fei wono mo eka ho bi no eye opani Gordon Tanga Madam Irene Mesiba Peter Abrefa Damwa wono so ka ho bi wasagefo ampemanye no ena afei opani Wala Sekpeli wono so eka ho bombie ena mpanifo bebre wonum nyina eka hono bi na wode wo mu nyina akire wieye no ena oka chom se ne ono de obetimi agya ne tumi eso aka e de akire won ne se wo mu kono wo mu ne Public Works Department kane no ankata and country planning for no wone wo mo enko keka mom no mu nya adwuma so ne adwuma bete emwa ema Ghana ene manko yie mfama yen.
As a board, your role is strategic. You are charged with defining the organization's long-term vision, shaping its corporate policy, and guiding it towards innovation, sustainability, and financial resilience. In this regard, I wish to bring your attention to an important proposal currently under discussion: the possible realignment of merger of AESL with the Public Works Department. This idea seeks to streamline public sector consultancy functions for greater efficiency and national impact. I therefore encourage you to examine this proposal carefully, provide a thorough assessment, weighing both the potential benefits and challenges, and advise the ministry accordingly.
Abusia eni ati ye Honorable Gilbert Kenneth Agye wono soafo ye ohwe adansie ene enwuma ene ensuansua ensem so ewo man Ghana mo
na sese wo man Ghana ye to ho na ehuma ye to ne nyina no ayese fa ngo foforo kra ana ban wani akwakotwa so ewo Cape 3 Point Block 4 ewo mfimfim antamu a eba baboa yie papa ya fango mu ensensem na asoya ya ehwe o maga na nyina mahoden wo ensem so ana de sa maneboy eba ya wo kyeremu se we no ayenhyehyɛ pa ya ebeboa Ghana ebem yatumi akoyanim yenyina mahoden wo nsem anuoma nyina ebetumi akokama ade ama omayi a ni nyina no fa no sa ye kɔ ne yakɔ dane muo na wo man ne nyam mfaso no eno betumi aboa omayi pa na asoya ye hwe o man nyina mahoden wo nsem so ayi John Abdullah Jinapo ayeswofo atano no papa yi wono anani nyimekuo atitiru ane aninchini ya ebi aye ene Ghana Exploration and Production Limited wono akwakwatena ase na nya nonko Ghana National Petroleum Corporation wono aka ho bi ekoi ene nyimekuo nkayi a wono nyina edi wosoro na ba ne fango a womo nimu na wapin ewomuo na anamso amasoya no akyeresa we ne beboa yai safa no so wo man ne yeton yenya musika twitwiridie ye dan ye fango nim na afei yenya bi anso de aboye ho bra ewo man mu no wo kyeresa eno be yemfa so twitwiridie e de ama Ghana man ya sa ehum kase ya yetuo no wo man ye hwaso yi a dache enchirima ebedi so mfa so yetua kasebo no so na beto dwase Ghana ye koko atena ye no ohawa hodo bebrenu a na FM nam so ama adwumayefo a womo eduom dwuma ewo koko board ne nkrabata ewo tema womo edi nkoma hodo binom aba beto abonten se adwuma ya womo eyeyi ohawa ewo mu nti entimi ma adwuma no enko nenim ne edi kan womo offices hokra ehosua spaces no esua obekono office ba ko anka bia sese ye manager nko office anasa accountant office no ya ka bom ne ya chimbe de wo ho bia ya bia sese panyini bi office tena ne ye de adwumayefo no nyina ba bebom ama adwuma no wo mo ye no entimi nko nkan wo maketua ho nsam se basa asen ahodo ya wo mo edidi dwuma ne nyina tetia pansam kontebe emwa emma adwuma no a wo mo ye no entimi nko nkan ti wo mo de adetrede etu mpanifo anim se adawuruma wo mo nhye na wo mo nya hu bibi.
Do a lot of innovation here. We don't have enough offices. We are planning to remodel some of the rooms in order that they can be converted to offices for staff. Because of the ever increasing need, our personnel also needed to be beefed up.
Wey koko board ne fa wotema adwumayefo ni bi na yete wo monkan enu achi na panyini a wono board chairman edema koko board Dr. Samuel Fosuampo Fukani dwamtire ni ma NDC amanyukuo no chairman wo Fosuno no wono na sese board chairman wo koko board woko ensrahwe wo honom enti eho na adwumayefo no de sa de sede ne tu nanim ono so hye wo mo bose wate na won be hye se wom ne kyesha hodo ebegu akwan mu na wom aso sa wo haw no nyina no na emom no sesi akoko board ho no wom hinya investors pa wo ho enti wom amutie so mpaka se ewo sika bi afa kohyem na wo se mfa so de ebeba so de se ebuburuja.
We are working very closely with management. Anytime there is harmonious relationship between board and management, efficiency thrives and workers are happy and we are able to operate at optimal level. That's exactly what we have come to do. We are working as a team and everybody is putting his or her shoulders to the wheel to ensure that we push the agenda forward.
Eni ayekotie ye Dr. Samuel Ofosuampo wono ene ye board chairman Emma Cocoa Board.
Ye to ansam ne so ne ye ani akyeremu ewo atifidu mantam mu. Ye kwa akopie mu ewo bewa ahemfie. Na bewa ahemfie no eya na afi bia no wono mo ewo dwumadie bia wono edie afahye kase pa ye efre se Bugum festival. Na Bugum festival no Bugum no ne kyeremu ase nyina ne se eye straight o eno nti ya no amwani ada ho ni nyina ne se eye oja afahye no nso no afi bia wono taaye na eno na nananom ene atrankonya won potam ho ene bambofo ena afi etitiri ni anwam enyina kabomu atenase ehunu se afie wei oja afahye no so o ma no kwan e ma ne baso a anhwe ya na ne ma nkoye sanse bambosam e won potam ho no empani che se eya ta ape kakra ena afi so no won peso no ya no won hwe tutu ne ma nyina ye se ne be ya omanfo ye potam ho no won bambo ebetimi akoye pa eno enam so e ma ndan ya na abukari ya otoso mienu won ma kam ye wom nyina tenase no won nkrata aba kire se wei die afie yi omanfo ye wotamale ne potam ho nyina no won fa nche sanse dadon ura ache se enya de a obetimi ne manfo enkwa agora atopre na afei bambosam nso womuntimi entoto nase enti no afie wei ebi anu afa okambu bi ope batakari bi ato se gya wo de kɔ na ogya fasha no wonso do ho akwaji mu a empanisi yemfa kase yi so emfa nto anim se nya de se ebetimi abaso
abusia to ensam no aso na krowo ne yadri aban krache panyini ye wonom ye engineer Paul Afote Kwe panyipa dia to dwa ya watch se ho mo afasha nyame ya domo aba baba so no srepa se e ma sumdue anya dwuma.
First of all, let me encourage all youth to observe the season in peace, because there cannot be any development without peace. Around these times, there's a tendency to engage in acts that are not productive. And so I'll encourage young people to observe their identity, observe the traditions, but do so in a manner that is responsible. Let me also seize the opportunity to wish the traditional leaders and all the people of Nongwa, let me wish them a year by this time, may more prosperity come to the municipality through our leadership.
I was your warrior engineer Paul for Tekweni attorney and Kanoko Krowa. One on I by Crutch, Penny, one of Nana Watcher said, Homa Wafasha Yamia Duma Eba Baswano, Yan Rasi, Betumedia Casafa, Sumjehu, Yabeka Safa Korea Hopa Koye, na Etumia Boys and Sempin, one Yetahuno, Sasa Fasha Drew to say Yanani Pabon for. Wom so do mu jim wo be wie kirna adehye baba hwere won mo kwanam sunti no se wom fasa konya we su a wom nu se afia fasha wom bedie no ebeye krabehye
na yede ani chiemu ewa hafoano southwest mensino emu aban krache panyine eye onunyanfo Abubakar Sadiq wono ena ede atoso mpaka se anim ya wo chiemu se mpontu nyoma huduo bebre ena eba bekoso ewo mensino tichu mankranso edwakese no wo ba be yensiesie pa ewom afenso potem wo mahunu se post ahuduo bebre wo hono mo a voltage ne wo from enti ema enyina monkane ahonsem no entimi enyina so wo ba be yi sa post dada ne nyina de afiri ho wo ma fixe foforo afei asuabena DA primary school ye no so wo mo be hye no wo masi mo be kaye a na wochi yamu na ye be yes a story no e wo SOMPA so se asuabena ho no no manfo wo ho no mu super akyerɛkyerɛfo e wo sa basic school no hye se de dan no aya wan hwe ye na mframaketu bi fa kora na ebedwiregu enne sa story no ayetena dem ha ye no ene so abanfa so yi esan se mensiri krache panyini se wo makọ wo meeting na edi kan e wo mensi no emu wo enya budget allocation ya wo atwe sika to ho a wo de be yes project we nyina nti ogidi se e yade se ebeboa mensi no pa yenti nsem a ononyamfo no edi tuja
Enche dia in a parliament Emma approval this family common fund ase o ma sha tie disbursement nti yeso ya famuno kakra be ba no so no sebe na ine dia da se e wo soro nti ohwe project e ba be no first quarter ya na ma bebre but always make this time around no within 1 year echo 2 years no na afa no be dia mpuntujuma e wo se ko bia no na e dia e de di akọ e dey two assembly besanim obi ani age obi on say sakaya e de aba e ba research o mine no yeah schools no I am complaining about Nkonya. Yeah, this time around we have my senior school. This year, we have more 600 momo duades.
Ene ya yekotie sesie yi eye ahafoano southwest mensino aban anamusini ononyamfo Abubakar Sadiq.
Ye to ansem ne so na nsam no ba bi ade fa no fa bombele te boy yem sanse enipa bebre akasa se dollar no eso ate se sidi no anya ahoden pa na no krampo new pricing window ye ba ye won chese petrol no ya sante so ama se sikasam no ene wosoafo ho sikasam so kasa wotimika se de omangana enema nyina ekoyie pa ena wiya impo Bank of Ghana mpo airport on the buy say Ghana nya enough gold reserves I say number 32.99 tons what baby I say enema ekoyie pa ya mon sam share nanso enipa bebre so kasa say we no I say bukum nipa no wu na ho afa na e wa paper so nanso osuma no enye yie sana Ghana sika sam na kwakoye wonu mo yakasa yi eye food and beverages omo eye aduane ni nsuo no mo keka bom sa no womo association no executive secretary ye oda ho ano eye Sam Agri and work and say ni aban kan woni hu hio nanu mpo wono akro ye e de betu ja se o se bia Ghana fo be hunu nteso bi ni ehun so ho bi a ebetumi aba na nka bosumi ye ewemu ye na nka betumi aba ama na no kra manfo bro won fu so se o ene empani akan 1st July pepepe ye be hunu nteso nanso ena ye 4th wono so no hu hwe.
If you look at what has been in the past, where the city started depreciating from 3 cities, 80 pesos, up to 16 cities, you can imagine how much business investors have lost, and also the country itself. So for the city to appreciate again, then you look at how much you have lost again during the appreciation. So you've been hit with one bullet hitting you twice, you understand? So it's a bit dicey if you say it's a good gain for other people and others too. It's a good thing for it to happen. But then we are looking at where government will also come in to, as it were, reduce certain taxes for people to have the feel of how much the effect of the city will.
Chirane se asem na wiye we asem na wiye nyina ne se dollar no de enko ye adwuma cedi no so ye adwuma petrol no ya teso na nso eto no a egugu so no eye to akese upia na empia eno na ehai eno nti won e ka de akira aban se eto no aban teso
awoti ono no nsia kase bo free SOMPA 106.5 Accra awoso ye to ansam no eso na eno ko schools awoto mu a Arts and Cultural Festival 2025 egusoda ekoso ewo schools dodo no hem wo mo munima sa adoa afei wo mo a nyankropon ache won madoma chede awodo bi ye wasa wo mo de na die magana fo hunu bi no wo mo so gusoda ya won mo ye ekyereke mu a na eno anamso ama enei municipal coordinating director ya wono Arts and Culture no wada no ewo sehwe osukoponi mu atoye tifito mantemu ayowura Oliver Johnson na panyipa no de atodwa wose enewu hwemu a adoma chede na mugu ahodo enanya obia so na twedi ampon no wodom ni nimde se woni ana classroom nko an wonkyena no wonhia de ye wobu on ma ne de ne ya adoasa ye obu on ma ne de ne ya anwensem wobi nso on ma ne de ya adepam tibo makeup yo ejisa ne ma no nyina no ediru bi etiseye na chese akyerɛkyerɛfo ndi wura school mu a aya na boa ma won mutumi hu nkoda no wo mo atwedi ampon no ankasa wodom won mo adoma kyɛde bi
aspect ya ye nkyere wo classroom a talent bi wakwala mu e pese odda na dia be kan say co-curricular activities ni bi ena na ye da na dia no national calendar no mde aba na mpempin no me fa no say 8 years ago ena ye bie enti 8 years na around 2017 18 ho no akọbet no ba na dafo yi yetima ye bi ma be sin ne enti na kan ye bosumi ni class activities no ye taking long nti ye pese nso be strategy ana we no senior sports be share last time na ye pushi we nso be share sajula we enti ye wie junla we no a sajula no mu a be 14 days na 2 weeks no ye ba be ye intercircuits
awusio wai ayowura Oliver Johnson na anono woko sehwe osukoponi mu a Arts and Cultural Festival 2025 die ye ekoso no one ye municipal coordinating director na nochi no wode afutuo so nkondema abatan ahwefo ene awofo se ya mo mani nku mo mofra no ho na won mo entoa so ansan koda ne nkran se bia hu sa akora bi won mo a wabobo box sa ene wode aye aeroplane nesi ho akora bi won ma wano aka said aye car ene ade a yen hyen kora ne nkran na won madoma kyede no entimi enedi
afutuo kakra medema awofo ahefo sunkwada ne se obi wa ha se ne ba enima de nti no manager school onpe ne ba bi ntina do ojumoso nye bone na enso no okọ develop countries na omo kan ni nyina aye school labor nya nipa betimi de nsa aye na adwene aye na so Ghana no Africa as a whole no sa akwara ni mo de won nwoma mu a krata so a wabon obehwe exhibition ye a akwara bi di kampro aye curtains okodwoma onya bito but aha ni yemu ye ko amafie akwara bi fi demonstration ordinance aye robot
akwara bi demonstration aye robot kira san koda no adoma kyede no ekurekura wo mo pa wei aye sehwe osukropon no municipal coordinating director Ora Oliver Johnson
Yeko asante mantam no emu na womo ton bode en womo ekasa yi womo sese abode ho aye den pa e wasante mantam apabi kura e dia wo fufuo papa bi anasa apesie di kura no a enu nya bi age wo kope banche se nwo bi na ade be fra na eni na ye yellow kakra de ama wo a ni nyina ene se mia ya hodo ya eye bodifuo ene ye tu bode ni nyina gu e de ho adane galamsey site chese foma gudi a emfa mra kwanso no womu etuo ewo ho enti ama bode no kra no womu nya bi nto no womu de adi womu dwuma nti womu ne yense ntwireni Kwame Redu ena edi nkomo mo de adesede to soafo a wo hyekuayo ensem so no nyafo Eriko Poku se ni menim ya sesika bi kra no womu bepe womu de support eye kuafo no a womu hwe no womu nya ne sase de be ya adwuma no womu ye no so no ebetimi akonkan
the whole way they been see afuwe ya to body edu 5 million 3 million ATS slap womu a wo bia body no mo ko chagu no e womu cha body ni hu bi se be to next 4 years ko yenim de be body ya to be 4 million 3 million woman is going to TV yeah nya dia ni kwa ni ato body so body with 26 ono man na ya be de wa womu na gala na sa se nya kama no mo fa mi adi aba mi hye nya bi nto ye nya bi ama ya manu adi ya na mo na discussion fa nya adi ba se ya mo chire ye no boy de pa kasi na ye na obra body ba na wo body se so ni boy de ko dwa so nya bi kura ni pa nyina be kuma se be ye adi to bi ntimi ko no ka body no wa ti mo do wa kura se so ati ka kre bi asi ba nko sko to bi aba ye roba ni crutch se ne body de mo se be de pa se pe mi mama e bu se de ma kuafo na aka no so de ado body phone na e betimi aba mo bi anya bi
eni a yekoti esesie yi eye womo eton bode ewo asante mantam
na ufiri hope we utu gina asante mantam ha akomada francho ejadifo ye wo empatam ho kire se wonu aton ade kwan ho ache dodo womo aton ade oka na da bia ka kwan womo age ka kwan aboso saa na drobafo bo won so aben pompe won kire se finally won akonya ba bia anya hwe kura no de anya hwe kura no fiada bia opesa otade a okronoma akomada francho ayafo ne kiremu wo ho na ne nyina mu no ye ne abanka chepani ya ogina mu ma de hye ye wo empatam ho ene ne bon komo onumnyamfo Caesar ofoso champion eno ache sei edwa no eba ba ya adwuma ama bambosam nso ya adwuma ewo ho 24/7 fiti anopa kosi anopa eno nti wo kire nsem sei ede kire sompa kase
o man bia se empuntu ebebem ama ayeya itwadie se die munyina onimno asanteme mu die se yeyi yekua ye eto enchen ye pedikadi pa ti ndc aban nhihye bia no try se obema itwadie eho ahia especially asanteme enti meba ye na ye hwe sa itwai ye fiase enye 1996 to ya ntimi amano anye operational ana itwai adahosa meba ya mene nananom ehye nam se da bi o se ye ma dwano ye enti ama eniama na wo se assembly na medi animu ye ehye ya na wo se ye ni nyina no medi ni nyina akwamu
abusia we ya bankra chepani ana waka say ono ye offense of mention no emu ononyamfo Caesar ofosu champion wo wie ye pe ena ma no a wono ba ho fiada dwam ebedi dwane bie no woni ya ma ne boni ba abedu ebo nkomo sei
enefia no paya mo be bia kase de ama ye ya nije eye ya musepe eye ya huwa se mo be ya de kase we de ama ye adwadi fo nyina ya ni ache se ye ti kase be ye ye sanu e ma be ye enti ya da mo se ye di kaje ni aseda ye de ni tia eni sefo eni namu ye asodanu samu ba kuaye mu be kuaye sra se ni e fra mo bua enti na da dia ya mo be bia dwa ya ma ye de ni tia ni wo sefo ena ahia dwa wo Yesu Kristo ni
abusia we ye jadifo ni bi ena wano tell say in fact wani asopa we ye akomada francho fiada dwom ekoyie pa na ekoyie nyina yi wo mo de yas toothpaste ene ni toothbrush ni bi e de akwa akogu ho ya wona ton nti no mo se ekoyie no eno nti abusia se wunya empe bi nto ya ene fiada yi ansa na obeduru fie no na wo ze o de yas toothpaste ene ni brush no na de bi ko fie Leicester Company Limited na dawromenti wo pesa hunidie kwaso wanum wo pesa wutimi nya hukuduro de sere wo pesa wo som se wo sere a o besa agwaboaje na da bia waje no ka na bibia koyie de ma pa na manfo nso twonti aba we de mienko enye wa asem no kwa no mbeti o won pesa won behwia wanum sanse ne me koyie pa wa wanum twem na bibia nsi ye me pa cho Leicester Company Limited na dawromenti na ne manyina ekoyie eno nti baby awowo se wo pɛ bia tu aton adage number si 0501 619 588 0501 619 588 and 0501 390 338 na fe oni empani abonkomo me se na me kasa se mo akiro bi se wo oyade ya wo nan mu no ye betime de bre time e de atoso na esan se yade ne betimi ayira fi ni padua no mu ntino fa oni kire poku asema ayira ho na yade etime ayira poku asema ayira na ko midima fo heba center Dr. Time da so won fa time nto yade ne so mfama wo na fe oyade ne nyira e wo poku asema ayira asem ni ti atwamu ano no me pa cho stroke na ha wo sisi yade ukotodwe diabetes wo so be ma prostate no onya ho aduro ho ye ntimi nka ho asem nwieye hypertension kidney failure me pa cho modie no kro ampo die udru midima fo heba center ho ne ye ne 10 expeditiously na hwatimi atopa typhoid na yade kodie wo ye abesa wo kromu no udru a ekoyie pa awo na ma udru ho pe ye behwew amwanya awo na bibia timi aye correct eye midima fo heba center Dr. Time da so wonu otu ase o de bre to so no otu ase correct ekwa aye mabiu eno nti oyade no ebeyira ewo poku ase mayira eho ne yewo poku ase mayira won kan he ya yebutu he ya me pa cho kuma so ebu akwa gogo ye ni government school no e de animhwe eye afra yen e wo 0244 774 282 0244 774 282 and 0200 727215 0500 727215 na fe oni yabonkomo wo ko ba se ekimu a enzu a wo benom no eye correct one bi pa esan se ye kasa adwumenti ye nom kasa mineral water nanso nipa oya de ne a wo be kasa eye anum nsu papa ensu a wo no mu a emo ahode ma wo mpomuden no eye kasa mineral water me pa cha odwumadie bi a wo ye bia ne ya wo pensuo asem wa hoho wa ase no senye kasa mineral water wo de omanfo na e ba no nkwa e gura topre wo mpe omu yie kope kasa mineral water wo nsunsu a de ma senye CASA ene ya twira gu ho a me pa cha o menye wate nipa no wo mpe oyie eye kasa mineral water eninti ene fie asan kwa holiday party bekoso amanfo asase ye wedding me pa cho wo mo ye we keeping no any program bi a wo ye bia no ye won sachet wo ho ye won bottle water and a dispenser kese no eno nso nyina ebi wo ho wo pe bia tu aton ana wo pe ne baako a Casaloma Ventures e wo Typhoon kran he ya back hospital akire ho the number si na frɛ 0206 469 430 0206 469 430 and 0303 965 780 na fe oni empani abo enkomo 21st clinic eho sciatica commandant na kache eho na yetu sciatica ase a ekwa embabiu wona ye nhwemu hu se efe yade bi sciatica enu nti wo mo pe ho aduro abaahwe ano a ekwa embabiu aboa bia se wo sua srade do a ya na wo sua praku enu nti nia eha wo ni paduanum bia no fako na yemfa mfidi papa enhwehwe say asiatica ye betu ase ya ebekọ embabi okra eye 21st clinic ye nkrobata dunum burakati ahunwi Ghana ha ba bia ye ho je number si 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 na se oduru ho na se ye hwe yade no na ye funkuro osa na ye de haxa mixture e de aka no asem ni ti awatwamu ano no asem na wie ye wo se amen niema ni wie kura no eye all satanfo haxa mixture enya na ewo pharmacy ene herbal shops nyina mu ye won capsules ene ye wo ni nsuo no nso ewo ho ye de nsuo no na de aka no to pa ye no ho na wanom enya mapemfo ba ma akoda nifo na akoda wonya mfinhia dumie no wo bi aka bi atime no mbi wo penchire mu o pedodo atu aton 0240 238 310 0240 238 310 and 0203 822 855 0203 822 855 na fe woni mpani abonkomo ye na ne ho simamra ye ba kase na eto aso
Medo, Edrano pa wutimi to boase, Echichi o. Do. Na so ni se me the Yas toothpaste and then the brush and the Chimisima minya homeka. Senti na ye bokoi na me die me all-time favorite Yas herbal toothpaste and then the brush aboa me ama sesei menum nso a enwunu anase de ehia me semfimfem me biem na wo hwɛ sɛ me se aye fita sesrich ahoma na eti brightens Yas whitening toothpaste and then the brush and me di hwimese enti na wo se efei na Yas total care gel toothpaste and then the brush ne die ebo wo se ho ban demu ne nyina ema wonum ye sham. Oh yes, and Crotrodo, Yas Herba, Yas Whitening, and the Yas Total Care Gel Toothpaste, and then the brush, Abusian Chamfa. Sawo Pedudu 2 Ewon Kaiha, for Leicester Ghana Limited, and was 050-161-9588. Leicester Ghana Limited, and the Yas Toothpaste Moahudo, and then the brush Abejaso, Abebua. Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Ghana had the OBN himself a prostate. Na baby omutibi screening, Emma Huni etuasia. Na a Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Anasa a kidney, a liver problem. Wofa baby and ADJOA. Na the friend premature ejaculation no. Be maybe a one would offer kwakweshia. As a wood dinner huagro. As a wood tonte. Any ebra Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Na yamuao. A man mema mo power. A Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Wamu de mufua. Yari bia infections bi na wo ho. Anase bia wo hwa wofa baby na ADJOA. Kidney problem, prostate die. A Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Kuma se ubehu Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Ewo kronoma boy here. Ena Accra hanso so die. Wo mu gina mu ankasa. Ewo Spinters baby friend share signboard no. Hudu na ubusasa wo pe Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Obia ebechro. For Endpoint ewo 0244867068 and 0274234321. Endpoint Homeopathy Clinic. Wo mu de mufua.
SOMPA FM.
Kweku, minim se wayeshi. Mekraman nane. Na so ebony show one embasso.
Mane honsepeno. Ebony condoms comes in different flavors and available in all pharmacies, chemical shops, over-the-counter shops, and pubs. For bulk purchases, contact 055-230-0075. Ebony Condoms, Ghana's most pleasurable condoms. Make it worth it.
We got peppermint, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. We got peppermint, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate.
Et dans les vieux mis à condom, les condoms moulés à des listes non on board.
TV Emma Aketuapa.
Debi ameka che osa Aketuapa no. Osomsompa obeje na abeje nso asase su heya. Ye to akase ne so. Na omanfo ye fa nsawam ede fa ebesi ofanko kwan. In fact, ebe kopa antinya betre. Won kire se ekwan a wo nam so efri ofanko barrier ha. Ede ko ansa na obefri ode edu nsawam no. Ehon kwa timi de be don hwere miensa. Na Drop for enam sa kwan so kire se contractor ya wo ye pokuase amasama tu nsawam kwan no ase ne nante na kwa te se atechede a wono agasa mu no ase wonyem na won pe nante bia nante ene wonam ne ba bie won kwa kam ye nti a ye se ekwan na wo ye no obi ekokoto akwaji injunction e de ato ne so nti no nya de a wono obeto akwan ne so biu enti ba bia wo ye aduri aya adane woman ho ne man ho ye ne nam hoi Ghana for wo ka se ne mfa mu saa eno na wono mu etim potom ho ene wono mu a etwi hyen e de fa kwan ne so won aka ho abom se nyame ya adom a bosumi ya ye womu yi ne da eto so dumienu 12 July won beto ho asimontene so sani on be yo ye kire de ati aban amabi aka contractor no wono abaji wonsem na nipa wada wan no ye ono ene sompaka se e bo nkomo ya convener nana kusi afri ye woni ye bo nkomo no wabamodi ha church nsemu e de che sompaka se Ghana foi se munimu a muntie we.
We've created awareness. In our group alone, we have over 1,000
700 members. We've been with the Ghana police that on Tuesday, and they've directed that on coming Saturday, we're planning to have the demonstration on Monday. But according to them, they have other engagements. So they are proposing that we shift the demonstration to the 12th of this month, which is Saturday.
Abusia we yana na kusia free ye no wa say busumi ne da to so du mienu 12 baby a wo bia park wo hyan bra ye be nante free of anko barrier e dia kosi nsawom asan de aba ama Ghana fo hu say ye ni abre pa
afei ye ko ansam fofromu na abranche friend say Thomas Tepate abranche yi wosina kan adema the Blasters of Ghana wono akro no an woko abochimemu a Arsenal bobo no 2020 and na one more sign contract ya na wobobo de ma Arsenal and ano dwada ya na contract ni nyina eson ye ne wone na mu ye obra ene ni die na ano na amanebo ya yensaka atresa Westminster Magistrate Court one more kwasetena e wabrochimem one more kwa ya emam yensa ena aba begina ya one more ball owura Thomas Tepate ye ball boni e wo ma Ghana mu no kwa du se Sabio watu wa mumna na baako so se waso no sobone a eno no amfa ma emrakwa so na kwadu a omde nyantam ne komu no ye makomako enum ana de yaso no sobone ne de no eno so ye baako na enkyeremu kakra ye wo mu nie oba baako ba ye no no de ye odenamo no eye mienu na sempre mienu a owura ye wan no saa de nie ana ofoforo ye oba ye no so de ye miensa ana de otoso miensa ye oba ye no enso kire se Thomas Tepate agora woni die no na ne nye wokura edurumra bi a wotimi so no sobone bi e ma ne koka ne baabi ne baabi enti eno na aka wo bi ama wo de na kwa gina court na wo koro kodu kire se court nka bi ma no sanse wo hwemu abrochima mu no e won mo mra ne Ghana de no enso sunye bebre no adam sane nka o ma Ghana de sabio e hu so baabi kura atwamu a na kohia kuma na sempo ne mpokua atumi de wo sa somu no e wo de ne nche saa wo ye na wo nia no wan so no so papa otumiri ko gina mara no ema no yeyi anam so ama Thomas Tepate enai detective superintendent and the Sophie wono ana de nsam ne tu dwa ya wo kyerem se nhwemu de wo mu guso da ya wono mo ye pa na 2021 ebreba pem 2022 na sa asem we hya ase pompon so ayi ne tie enti asem no akweso bola so gya no ewo mu ana akokɔ te wo mu ana asan so ate ada saa na enai de court no aye ne se sane be na hwem mapa betumi akoso na asem no won bedi akwakosi ase sanse ba ne ma asem de a aya no mu mfa ni agrokora na nso nti court no hwa ni mu se osana abosum de to so enum e wa afi mu a no da ne besi binada won besan so afra asem ni biem na ball boni a wosina kan e wo ma Ghana mu eye Thomas Tepate wo wura no won ma hwe amana sene nu ankasa no atumi awiemu die
Yetwa ensem no so mansin krachi panyini ye wotwifo atemokwa eye onunyamfo Isaac Yosen wono ena ede atudwa ya wogina omampanyi His Excellency John Dramani Mahama anemo achechecheche kuayo eniama ahodo ede amakuafo a ewo mpotem ho ebi eye oya asasi ye fertilizer yi ebi boat ahodo ene local farmers ewo mpotem ho no mani agepa anyasem kuma ya wo mu kiremu se we no eba beboa na makuayo ho nsem so a wo mo ye no bibia nso atimi akonkan na eso abanfaso ede amom adwuma a wo mo eye nsesa befo akonanim enti se de akane ne de ahoden dandan ne mani no se se ayenye ne saa enti saa farming tools we no ebetimi aboa amakuafo no so wo madwuma no ayefo
ye trimupo no say as a district assembly as a government ye papa John Dramani Mahama edeya no yes I say all sectors of the economy in terms of education agriculture or say yema impuntu ebe we na enam yema mpeni nsaso this is assembly ye na MP council of state and yenya adefefa and yehu fertilizers bia volunteer boat bia we no ye de ma tufuati mukwa akuafo na aboa ma omadwuma na omo ye do impuntu abem influence semo eden abem kuakuafo bre ye aban ni bi so ekuafo enfe edu ba bi a wo call rounds a sebi obi wo kwafo ma sebi yo de obehya kwafo mkra eden eye ne
eni ekotie ye eye DC ewo twifo atimokwa mensinu emuanu achi ekuafo ya ye cheche nieme emom nso egina wo mo ankasa na mu ɛda wɔ mampanyi asepa ne DC sɛ wɔmatumi atu anamo bi a ɛte saa
Ediga ne yɛde aseda bɛma twɛde ampo Nyankopɔn ne ɛtɔ so biom no yɛde aseda ɛtɔ so mienu bɛma ɛyɛ John Dramani Mahama ɛwɔ ne nnwuma pa a odi ɛma Ghana akuafoɔ sɛ ade ɛbae no wanyɛ pasɛmi nkumunya wɔtumi ama akuafoɔ a yɛn so yɛwɔ ahyire tufumo atimukwa a yɛn yɛwɔ ahyire community a yɛn so yɛn sɛ tumi aka bi nyɛ aban bia ne ba sa fertilizer sɛ ɛba omutumi distribute na akuafoɔ tumi nyɛ
ani sɛ yɛda president John Mahama ase ene yempani ya atimukwa constituency honorable David Bondi ene ni DCE ene party chairman adwumawura Akim eka ne sɛ nyame
wei ɛyɛ akuafoɔ bi ɛwɔ twifo atimokwa mansin mu ne yɛte wɔ mu nkan
yɛde nsɛm no akɔ akɔpie mu ɛwɔ Putin krom ɛyɛ Russia yɛkɔi we nya ntɔkwa deɛ ne bi ne yɛkɔ we yɛfrɛ no Andrei Badalov wɔno ɛyɛ vice president ɛde ma Russia Oil Pipeline Company bi a yɛfrɛ no sɛ Transnet na papa yi wɔn mu hyɛ da hunu ne yɛ no kyɛ sɛ wɔtwi ne si o sɛ na ebi a wɔbɔ nkɔntena fa ne mpoma mu abɛhwɛ adeɛ wɔ abɔnten o wɔn mu hu ya no sɛ bibi free window no mu mpoma no mu hɔ no atɔ fam wɔn kɔ no onim sɛ bi a ne mobile phone enti nkɔmɔ kɔfa de ama na sɛ bi a ne toothbrush yaz de ne bi no ɛna nkɔmɔ kɔfa a aseɛ hɔ de akoma wɔn kɔ ya papa na da for me wo free mpoma no mu aba bɛte ahwɛ sɛ ekim ama me ne wo ka sɛ papa na to ayɛ anom ɛwɔ nseɛ do na ɛba saa yi ukopie mu ɛwɔ Russia hɔ a sɛ Putin ama ne wura ho papa Vladimir Putin no ne wura ho sɛ vice president Edema Transnet anka wode anka yare kura na kwada hospital ana anka ja Ukraine fo atuo yɛ ɔmo tututu ne bomb yɛ ɔmo tututu bai ɛno kura bi mpo na anka kan no a anka bi anka bɛfa ne 3 na mmom so obi a wɔno a ne ho ɔden ne wabɛgyina ne mpoma no hello neighbors how are you wɔn edi nkɔmɔ free window na anu say na asɛ na adeɛ ɛtɔ fam na wɔfa no wɔn kura bɛfa ama no a wɔn baayɛ na Andrei Badalov ya wɔno ɛyɛ vice president Edema Transnet wɔn na da for me asɛm na kɔyɛ awrɛ hosɛm a wobi a ɛka ho nsɛm no ebie ɛwɔ Russia
ɛwiɛ abusuafoɔ aha ɛna yɛgyina na nsɛm ahodoɔ a yɛboaboa no ɛde bɛsom mo sɛ hot bite kaseɛbɔ ɛwɔ SOMPA 106.5 FM Accra na ɛgyi ɛwɔ yɛ affiliate ahodoɔ yɛ wɔ ɔman nyinaa emu no enso no yɛde AC ɛde ama mo safei ɛna waka yɛn ho ansɛm a yɛde ɛbaayɛ no na deɛ di mu akote ne bi ɛne so ɔmampani John Dramani Mahama ɛde ato dwa sɛ sɛsi adeɛ ɛnya deɛ sɛ sikanti abofra biara anaso obi biara ɔpɛ so wɔkɔ ɛntoaso sukuu no ɛbɛka sɛ sikanti no wɔntimi nkɔ ɛnu nti ɛna wɔn de no stress fee policy no aba
Sanso no yɛwura John Dramani Mahama Shai GP sɛ 2024 yɛnua no mo ɛkɔto aba wɔn firi mu no hwehwɛ mu ɛnkoso
ɛnkɔdaa mienu akɔwi ampɔnkye ɛwɔ atifido mantam mu yɛakye wɔn na baako ano ayɛ sɛ ne ayɔ
Cocoa board adwumayɛfo a wɔtɛma ɛn wɔn ekyem so ahawodoɔ bebree no wɔn fa mu enti mpanimfoɔ ɛnhwɛ no wɔn nsiesie
ɔpanyin bi de afotuo ma abatanse ho so abɔfra no sabio na dwene no ɛnyɛ nwomahia deɛ na ne deɛ ne yɛ adom akyɛde a yɛnhwɛ ne yɛmo akoda no
vice president amano ne deɛ no mu ya wɔ no wɔda Transnet Russia Oil Company kɛseɛ baako yɛfrɛ no Andrei Badalov wɔfiri ne mpoma no ahwɛ fam wato ayɛ anom wɔ no ho
na ebi eka ho ene yede ne nyina ebrɛ mu messages kakra aba no yɛmfa ntoa so
messages no ansa ne yɛbɛkɔ so no sɛ ne nso sɛ yɛ hagye adawromantia sɛ ne yɛano ayɛ den na kyɛ sɛ yɛdidi ya na yɛ hagye special local foods aduane papa nyina fie sɛ wo pɛ aduane adie nea wonim no to din na fa kɔ hagye aho wɔbɛma bi adi asɛm bi ansi yɛ mane nkita na kɔ so to aso wɔ firi hɔ a ɛsan sɛ hagye adawromanti wobɛtumi ayɛ na bibi atumi akɔyie wonya aduane papa di a wotumi cancer mpa ɛma wiase nyina ɛte wo nka na wo nso sompa no wo nso wasom bi hagye special local foods ɛhɔ yɛ aduane papa fie gye numbers yi na frɛ ofra baby a wo bia wo betim de bi abrɛw 0246 359 921 0246 359 921 na fe onimpani abo ehon komo nana kwa ma what in the fabric ma central was say ye Jerry James happy birthday why birthday we abafiti anopa nyame beka ye ho pa Baba Mahama Edifrobuasi was in fact, President Mahama's government is like Agrada Sikagari. Or see, we promise and fail in Kwa or Chada Hinonabo Bismarck say. Nedia or dia banono. Joe Afo, or see, all the way, Sompa, a Jankwan, what we go to Kama pa. And when so Nana Mensa Obafo, so I say, God bless President Mahama. So I shall buy, Odiso, or shall buy, Odiso, Nedia no. Comment sample too. Was a happy birthday. Was a happy holiday in Koma Ghana for you na attitude ni honorable Naomi Owusu. Or no so ne dia ya wade aba eno no. Obenewa henena na message bi was hey HIV. E wa Ghana ha. E bi gusu wo ho. Hey nya sompa nkonte ye. Was nya sompa nkonte nti Ghana for yan hwe ho ye pa. Starboy was what tie en live ehwe yen. E wa Hafumem airport. Rahim Rankin was oh the best hot news. Hot bite news. Koso den was in Chiakasie and Koma Obrempong Agyewa ne ADJOA wo hwe live e wo kentampo wonso so awutie yen wonso utie live e wo Ghana ha ne wiase afa na nyina
Enwumre asomfo no eye basa medin e de ADJOA asare mene
akosia Agyewa akwade boatin enafe
Obrempong na kwaku ampoma ne momisa ne so Leicester Company Limited na dawroma ena wode Yas toothpaste ena ne brush no ede ebeso yasene kama pa sanso ena medimafo Dr. Time da so wono nso wode time to yade ne so na watu ase kama pa ensu papa ye nyina ye num bi enya ahoden no eye kasa mineral water afei se obetimi atenase na wasode asumdwemuli na bibia akoyie ede amawa na eno an se wode wani kiremu ewo 21st clinic the sciatica commandant na fe entinu a ewo to ase na da bia ma discomfort no ye yi ni nyina ede afiri ho so na bibia nso atimi akoyie ye funkuro ya eha wo no de eye all satanfo ne e friend say Haxa mixture and the capsule so and the betimi atu ase e de ama opa uwie pe no asegna me na fe text message ne so a ye de ebesom wo no eye Hajia special local foods na dawroma eno no so eso yasene e me de ne aka nyina e de brewo ye sorry sui prophet mango day e de ne aka e ba beto aso e de ama
Munde dinam se